Oh man, why isn't the country getting better? Yeah, I wonder why the country isn't getting any better when man after man in the lineup who might have a platform are just choosing to be silent on issues that like unanimously people agree with.
If we have government controlling speech, we're in trouble.
More power to intimidate, to lock up, to silence.
The most totalitarian bill I've ever seen.
SaveFreeSpeech.ca.
Bill C-63 is in its second reading in the House of Commons right now. And I'm calling this the free speech debate because it is the free speech debate. Now, mind you, if you're a tyrant, if you're a corrupt regime, do you think you're going to say, hey guys, this is the debate about free speech. This is your last chance to fight for free speech. Do you think the corrupt regime is going to advertise that? Of course not. They're going to try to make it some sort of sleepy, they don't pay attention to this. It's not a big deal. Something to do with online harms, whatever. It's obviously not going to be framed and characterized as the debate to end free speech, right? But it's up to us and people like me, and of course, SaveFreeSpeech.ca, to be like, no, that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this debate is about. Because the legislation you're talking about would create grave consequences for basic expression in Canada. And it's very creepy how few people talked about this debate on Monday. We saw a True North tweet about it. We saw a tweet from like Sunshine Baby. And that's pretty well it. No real emphasis on, hey guys, this might be the end of free speech in Canada. Not at all. I thought this was crazy, dude. This was the same day of the debate on free speech in Canada, and Rebel News is tweeting, why did Sophie Trudeau tell Justin to kiss Jian Ghomeshi? Why did Justin wink at her? Why did the CBC delete this from their website? Ooh, this is like a clip from over 10 years ago. This is like Perez Hilton shit. This is like celebrity. This is like trashy celebrity gossip. And even the official Rebel News Online page has like a little like eye emoji. What's going on here, guys? Rebel News telling the other side of the story. Rebel News feeding you trashy gossip propaganda. Not even propaganda, just like distracting gossip. Man, like who cares? Who cares about a clip from 10 years ago? I don't know where that was coming from, but hopefully, in the spirit of saving free speech in Canada and standing up for our rights, I would love to collaborate with whoever wants to, apply pressure to the Ottawa bubble to try and have our way. Because this is the thing, like it's really disturbing, guys. I'm noticing a trend of podcasters, right-wing influencers, right-wing conservative influencers who are like afraid to criticize Poilievre and afraid to criticize the Conservative Party, as if they do that, that's somehow going to like hurt their chances of beating Trudeau. As if them criticizing Poilievre are going to make people hate Trudeau less. Like it's absurd. Like, people hate Trudeau. People want to get rid of Trudeau. You criticizing Poilievre is not going to change that. Okay. Because criticizing and by the way, a lot of people will agree with you. Because a lot of people are upset with Poilievre for one reason or another, or think that he could be doing way much better. Or what's her name? Danielle Smith. And her colleague getting, roasted by a transgender person in a Zoom call. And it's just really disturbing because we have all these Canadians, all these right-wing Canadians who are upset and concerned about what's happening in this country. And we want it to change. But we're also silent. We also think, well, I don't want to say anything. I don't know if I should criticize Poilievre. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I'll just shut up and not have my voice heard. And then I'll co-sign this idea of strategy that Poilievre should not stand up either and speak with conviction about what I believe in terms of there only being two sexes, or that we should oppose mass migration. The fact that the housing crisis is coming from mass migration, or the fact that Trudeau is a tyrant, and that's why there's people who got thrown in jail after the trucker convoy, and that Bill C-63 would be the end of free speech in Canada. It's just strategy. It's like, you know what? I'm going to support him anyway, even though he's not speaking up for what I believe in, and I'm not going to speak up either, just because, well, that would just make me uncomfortable. Oh man, why isn't the country getting better? Yeah, I wonder why the country isn't getting any better when man after man in the lineup who might have a platform are just choosing to be silent on issues that like unanimously people agree with. but it's just like we're all, and it all comes from the media. It all comes from we're going to be slaves to the media. Poilievre is like, the strategy is be a slave to the media. Let's not ruffle any feathers. And some people might say, oh, well, he's pushing back against the media. He's pushing back. It's very calculated whenever they do this. Whenever they say, hey, we called out a CBC journalist. Hey, we called out CTV for misrepresenting us. They edited a clip dishonestly. Yeah, these institutions also casually dehumanize and vilify right-wingers. They casually villainize and dehumanize people who support you, call you far right, imply that you're like the worst sort of moral person. They do this on a regular basis. Why don't you call them out for that? You don't call them out for that. The Conservative Party doesn't call them out for this casual dehumanization of conservatives that happens every single day on the Canadian news media in our major institutions. Yeah, they edited something to make me look bad. That's all you got? Really? Unbelievable. If you want to support the documentary we're making that is tying, connecting all these dots together, we're working with an award-winning filmmaker. Okay, it's going to be a very, very exciting documentary. You can go to givesango.com/savefreespeech to donate. Really appreciate your support, guys. You're helping save free speech in Canada.
Save free speech.
Save free speech.
SaveFreeSpeech.ca, that's the place to go.
And I think something happens to your brain when you've been in Ottawa for too long.
I don't know what it means to be incarcerated for what you believe.
Things are not going to change unless we change them.